The most banned dangerous dog breeds in the world. Dogs are undoubtedly the most loved pets on the planet. And why not? They are loyal, friendly, enthusiastic, and are fun to be with. But not all dogs are the same. Some breeds of dogs are very aggressive and ruthless. In many cases, these breeds have been proved fatal for humans and unfit for petting. Here is the list of the 20 most banned dog breeds in the world. Number 20. Labrador. Is generally a friendly, easygoing, and lovable dog. However, they can be very dangerous. According to the Merritt-Clifton dog bite statistics, between 1982 and 2014, there were 56 attacks that resulted in serious injury. Of that number, 17 were children. As with any dog, it is the owner's responsibility to make sure that their dog is loved, properly trained, and properly cared for. Proper care can prevent a deadly attack. Number 19. Cocker Spaniel. It is very surprising, but this dog actually belongs on this list. At first glance, and if he is trained and treated well, he makes a great and lovable family pet. However, they can be very emotional. Because of this, poorly trained dogs tend to attack. According to some studies, the Cocker Spaniel has been responsible for over 59 fatal attacks over the last 25 years. Number 18. Tosa Inu. This is a very dangerous breed of dog as it is known to be a fighting dog. It is also a very rare breed. Because this dog is so dangerous, it has been banned in several countries including the UK, New Zealand, Denmark, Norway, Hong Kong, Australia, and many others. The reason for the ban was due to the increasing number of attacks on humans, especially children. 20 years ago, the number of attacks was in the thousands. Since the ban has been placed on owning one of these dogs and because there are almost no breeders left. Number 17. The Bullmastiff. The Bullmastiff is a very large, very muscular dog. He can weigh up to 130 pounds and he can grow as tall as 27 inches. Unless these dogs are well trained and well behaved, they can become violent. Poorly trained dogs can become very unpredictable. There were 111 attacks in a 15-year period. Of that number, 46 were children and 63 of the attacks were fatal. However, with proper care and training, these dogs can make excellent family pets. Number 16. Malamute. Is often mistaken for the Husky. These dogs are very large, and they can weigh up to 85 pounds. These dogs tend to be passive and they make excellent work dogs. Like the Husky, the Malamute is known for pulling sleds in the blistering cold. Because of their size, they are not the best pet to have around young children. This breed was responsible for 12 fatal attacks during a 20 years period. In February 2014 in the UK, a woman's 6-month-old daughter was killed by the family's Malamute. On the other hand, in Cornwall, UK, a man was walking his Malamute when a pit bull-like dog started to attack him and his dog saved his life. Number 15. The Saint Bernard. If you have ever seen the Beethoven movies, you think of a Saint Bernard as an intelligent, protective, and loving family pet. This is actually true. This breed of dog comes from the Italian and Swiss Alps and has become famous for his ability to rescue hikers who became stranded on the snowy mountains. While these dogs can be friendly and protective, they can also be very territorial. If you want to keep a Saint Bernard from growing up and displaying territorial and aggressive behavior, you need to start socializing him with strangers and other animals at a young age. As long as this breed is trained properly, he can be a great dog. If he isn't, he can be potentially dangerous due to his size and aggression. The average weight of this breed is between 140 and 260 pounds. The largest can reach over 310 pounds. If this dog is trained to be aggressive, he can do a great deal of damage considering he weighs so much. The number of attacks is likely much higher, and many go unreported. In July 2016, a woman was walking by a bus stop when a Saint Bernard at the end of a leash began attacking her. According to the victim, the attack was unprovoked and she ended up losing a lot of blood. It was the size and the strength of the dog that made it difficult for the owner to pull the dog off of the victim. Number 14. The American Bulldog. This bred is incredibly muscular and he has a stocky build. He can weigh between 60 to 120 pounds, which packs a great deal of power behind his muscular body. He was originally bred to work on a farm where he would help his master catch and hold cattle and wild boar. He would also kill the vermin that tried to take over the farm and he would guard his master's property. Today, he is more of a family dog. Like any dog, with proper training, he will be friendly. He is a very confident dog, which can cause him to be stubborn at times. He also has a very emotional personality at times. As long as you can break him out of this behavior at an early age, he can be a loving and friendly pet. In 2016, a 3-year-old boy from Halstead, Essex was mauled by an American bulldog. The boy didn't make it and the owner was arrested for allowing the dog to get dangerously out of control. On the other side of the spectrum, in May 2012, an American bulldog saved a woman and a sleeping baby when an intruder entered the home. In 2015, a heroic American bulldog saved an entire family by keeping a murderer at bay until the police arrived. Number 13. The Great Dane. This bred is an incredibly large dog. He actually holds the record for being the tallest dog in the world, standing at 44 inches. Originally, he was bred to hunt deer and wild boar. Over the years, being a hunter has become a genetic trait for this dog. If he is trained properly, the Great Dane can be an amazing family dog. These dogs typically love children, and many will allow small children to ride on their back like a horse. However, if these dogs are not trained properly, their massive size can make them very dangerous. If the dog becomes aggressive and he has his height and his weight up to 120 pounds behind him, you could find yourself in a very scary situation. According to Hofma's study, between the years of 1978 and 1998, the Great Dane had a total of 7 fatalities. Number 12. Akita. This bred originally came from the mountains of Japan. He is a very strong, dominant, and independent breed. When properly trained, these dogs can be very affectionate and well behaved. They can, however, be very territorial and awkward around strangers. He is a very muscular dog and he can weigh up to 100 pounds. Considering his size and his territorial behavior, he can be very dangerous if he is not properly trained and cared for. Between 1978 and 2008, there were 70 Akita that caused bodily harm, and 44 of them were children. Number 11. Boxer. The boxer is not typically aggressive. He is typically a very playful, intelligent, and energetic dog. He is also very headstrong. The reason that these dogs are considered dangerous is that there have been 48 attacks involving 19 of the people who were attacked were children and 7 of them died. This includes a toddler who was attacked by the family's 50-pound boxer, and he was seriously injured. Some people believe that the dog in question was not trained properly. When trained and treated properly, these dogs can be heroic. Number 10. Wolf Hybrid. The wolf hybrid is actually a cross between a dog and a wolf. Because of the genetic nature of a wolf, these dogs can be very unpredictable. Some of these dogs get more traits of a dog, while others get more traits from the wolf. The Hofma study listed 14 fatalities and 364 attacks. The actual number of attacks may not be accurate, as some dog bite incidents are not reported. In May 2013, a neighborhood wolf hybrid turned on a 5-year-old boy, causing serious injury. In 2009, a wold hybrid took a sleeping baby from his crib and the baby died. Many people blamed the dog, considering that he is part wolf. Others blamed the owners for not properly training their dog. Number 9. Chow Chow. The Chow Chow is known to be a very distant and independent breed. He originally came from China, and he can weigh up to 70 pounds. This dog has a very poor reputation and is considered to be a high-risk pet. This is because between 1979 and 1998, there have been over 238 Chow Chow attacks. They are often very protective of their owners, but if they don't have the right training and if they don't live in the right environment, they can be dangerous. Many states consider this breed unacceptable, and they require that the owners carry a special insurance to cover any damage that these dogs can cause. If they are not able to get the exercise that they need and they cannot be physically active due to lack of space, they can become very aggressive and dangerous. Number 8. Doberman Pinschers. If you have seen any movies about the mob or really rich, really mean people, you have seen a Doberman Pinscher. These dogs are often the guard dogs in the movie, who are willing to attack intruders on command. They are highly intelligent, extremely loyal, and very alert. This is what makes him such a good guard dog. According to the Hofma study, these dogs were responsible for 9 fatalities, however, they were all in defense of their owners. In March 2014, an Oregon man was walking in his yard when he was attacked by his neighbor's Doberman Pinscher. He shot and killed the dog. Number 7. The Husky. The Husky can be dangerous to humans, however, they can be especially dangerous to smaller animals. They are very strong dogs, and are bred for pulling sleds through the snow. They have a very strong predator instinct, which can make them dangerous at times. According to the National Association of Dog Bite Statistics, over the past 15 years, the Husky was responsible for 15 fatal deaths. With proper training, however, you could safely bring a smaller animal into the home. These dogs aren't only dangerous to living things, they can be very destructive in your home. If the Husky gets bored while you are away, you could come home to chewed up furniture and a huge mess. Number 6. The Rottweiler is a very massive dog. They can weigh up to 130 pounds and most are pure muscle. This dog is considered to be very dangerous, because he has a genetic predisposition to guard and herd. Not all of these dogs are savage beasts. As with many breeds, these dogs have a bad reputation due to abuse, neglect, lack of socialization, lack of training, and being cared for by irresponsible owners. The Rottweiler was responsible for 535 dog attacks between 1982 and 2014. Of those attacks, 297 of the victims were children, and 85 of the attacks were fatal. Number 5. German Shepherd. Most of these dogs are friendly. They are smart, vigilant, alert, and fearless. Because of these excellent qualities, these dogs are often used in police K9 units. While these dogs make great family pets, they need to be properly socialized and trained from an early age. They can become very protective of their owners, their family, and their home. Because of this, they can be dangerous. If a friendly stranger comes into the home, a German Shepherd who has not been properly trained can attack. Overall, these dogs can be dangerous as they are not properly trained. They can weigh up to 100 pounds, which gives them a great deal of power behind the attack. Number 4. The Bull Terrier. The most distinctive feature of the Bull Terrier is his large, egg-shaped head. He is also known for his incredibly muscular body. These dogs have gotten a bad rap in the past, due to being mistreated, abused, and trained to attack. These dogs are not technically dangerous towards humans, however, they can be dangerous to smaller dogs and animals. This is because they have a strong urge to hunt their prey. If they cannot overcome this urge, they can become aggressive to these smaller animals and can cause serious injury when they attack. This breed can weigh up to 65 pounds and he is quick and tough. If he is properly trained, loved, and cared for, he can be a great family pet, even in homes with small animals. Number 3. Gull Dong. The Gull Dong is a cross between a Bully Cuda and a Gull Terrier. These dogs are known to be incredibly strong and very powerful. They were originally bred as fighting dogs, and they are known to be very difficult to control and very aggressive. If you want to own one of these dogs, you would need to get him professional training from a very young age. He can weigh up to 140 pounds and this is a lot of weight to put behind an attack. According to the National Dog Bite Statistics, there have been 68 reported dog attacks between 2005 and 2011. Of these attacks, 8 were fatal. If these dogs are trained and socialized early on, he can be a very loving, loyal, and fiercely protective dog. While these dogs are known for their aggression and their desire to attack, they are also known as being protective, and saving the lives of the people that they love. Number 2. Pit Bull is considered to be the most dangerous dog in America. According to dogsbite.org, between 2005 and 2014, 203 Americans were killed by a pit bull. 305 people were seriously injured after a mauling. These dogs are incredibly muscular. Many pit bull owners make alterations to the dog to give him a mean and fierce look. There are many unethical criminals out there who train these dogs to fight each other for profit. To train them, they starve them, beat them, and torture them. It is one of the cruelest crimes imaginable. These dogs have been known to attack, however, they have also been known to save lives. In August 2016, a woman was attacked by a man with a knife. A stray pit bull was nearby, and he lunged at the man, scaring him away, but he was stabbed 5 times. This dog saved her life. The dog fully recovered, and the woman ended up adopting him. Number 1. Cane Corso. When it comes to athleticism, agility, speed, energy level, and sense of adventure, the Cane Corso easily outdoes the other Mastiff breeds. The Cane Corso was bred to fight off other predators such as mountain lions and boars. Their original purpose is what gives them most of their personality, which happens to be very aggressive and self-confident. The main reason why they've been banned from a lot of places is that they were used in illegal dog fights. Unfortunately, an awful lot of people are breeding or raising these dogs in irresponsible ways, and the result is a lot of Cane Corsos with unstable or aggressive temperaments that can be dangerous to innocent people. With proper socialization, they become more aloof and discerning as they mature. Alright friends, this is all for today's video. Don't forget to like this video and comment down below. Also subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the videos every week. See you in the next one.